Stop closing sellers. That is right. Stop closing your motivated sellers. If you are going out here and trying to close motivated sellers, you are going to stay broke. You are going to end up making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 assignment fees. You are not going to get any wholesaling deals because all you're going to do is focus on closing, and you're really going to get nowhere in life. If you look at the greatest wholesalers, or heck, the wholesalers that get their first deal, most of them, the vast majority of where they focus their attention is towards finding the deals. Because once you find the deal, you don't have to close squat. You don't have to close anybody. And I just want to give a special message today about how to not be a broke wholesaler. A broke wholesaler that is a one-man show, one broke wholesaler that is stuck on only closing sellers. And I get that all the time. I guess I'm not good at closing. Like every single time someone tells me, like, Zach, I'm not good at closing. The reason why you're not good at closing is because you're just not in front of the right seller. And so many people are in front of the wrong type of sellers and they try to close them, right? Like the best example I use is trying to sell peanut butter to somebody who is deathly allergic to peanuts. It ain't gonna happen, bro. I don't care how much you try, how hard you go. Closing sellers is a stupid thing. And on my journey to doing 2,500 wholesaling real estate deals, I've read a lot of books. A lot of books from the 80s, 90s, and 70s that Rick has had in his library for a very long time. A lot of Zig Ziglar, a lot of Tom Hopkins, and I've read more closing books than probably the vast majority of. You see how yellow this thing is? Probably from the 70s. And these books always talked about closing formulas and 5 steps to closing wholesaling deals. Yeah, these are books from the 80s talking about the 5 steps to closing deals. Because, close, C-L-O-S-E, is 5 steps, right? And I kind of took a lot of those principles and then tried to put it into wholesaling, and it worked really well. But the one thing I always learned from Rick, and the one thing I've always learned from just myself, is I'm not here to make $2,000 or $3,000 on a deal. I'm not here to make $3,000 on a deal. And the problem is you're being told these insanely stupid, absolute insane broke wholesaler tactics that you should spend $4,000 to get a wholesaling deal and then just make $5,000 on your deal, right? The seller wants it and you make $5,000, you make $5,000. It's absolutely insane to me. And so I just have to go on here and give you the absolute truth. And so let's talk about this. First and foremost, and I want everyone to understand this. Stop trying to close. Closers are broke. I'm saying that right up. The vast majority of people that I looked up to, or heck, not even people I look up to, people that I know that are making 7 figures a year in wholesaling real estate, they are not focusing on closing. I'm being straight up with you. It is not the closing. You do not go to Apple to get an iPhone and the guy there is trying to close you on buying the iPhone or to bring you up on the next ladder of the funnel. That's not what happens, right? When you go and try to buy a Lamborghini, they don't try to convince you that you need to go buy this Lamborghini. Ferrari does the same thing. Be on the wait list, Porsche, right? So, like, they don't convince you. The Toyota guy probably does that a lot. The thing is, you have to make sure that you're just in front of the right seller. If you got a rich guy who wants to be in a Ferrari, like the brand of Ferrari is already there. Heck, I'm looking to buy your house for cash. It already works. The problem is when you try to be a closer for deals, you're just closing really. You look really like you're just trying to force it. And that's the best explanation I give to anybody watching this. You are honestly just trying to go out here and force something that is not going to work. And I get so many wholesalers, right? And, they try to go out here and close these sellers that just don't want to sell. And the greatest solution I could tell anybody is just get in front of the right seller. And the problem is nobody out here can ever get in front of the right seller. And I've been a big proponent on this for a very, very, very long time. But get in front of the most motivated sellers possible, right? Government lists, reverse trying for dollars, digital bandit signs, JV deals, right? Get in front of people that are not actively looking to shop around. They just want a cash offer. And the problem is when you start doing SEO, PPC, Facebook ads, things like that, which the vast majority of wholesaling gurus try because they got their affiliate link, They try so hard to tell you that you need to spend $4,000 or $5,000 to get a wholesaling deal. And it is utterly embarrassing. And I'm not like, guys, you think I'm making a joke. There are people out there on the internet that are telling you need to spend $5,000 per deal to be a real player. And they tell you that you should be making 10 grand a deal and you spend 5. Like, it's double the market. No. In internet sales and internet marketing and in pretty much any business that you do advertising for, you want a 5 times ROAS. That is what the term is called, return on ad spend, right? And what ROAS is return on ad spend. So usually if you do very expensive marketing for wholesaling, like where I'm at, right, you probably want a 5 to 7x. So that means if I spend $5,000 to get a deal, I should probably hopefully make 25 grand on the deal. The problem is the vast majority of these wholesaling gurus aren't doing that. It's insane to me. And the honest truth here is it's because they just don't know how to close. And the cool part is I've read all of these crazy closing books. I've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've read all these things. And after reading it, I've learned that a strategy that is older than time, which is buy low, sell high. And that's the thing not a lot of people really understand about wholesaling real estate. If you can just focus on, let's just talk about real estate as a business. Buy low, sell high. And so we got to talk about the first part, buying low. And a lot of people think you're convincing a grandma to go out here and sell her house for a penny on the dollar. And that's not what I tell you to do. That is not my iota. That is not my explanation to you. My true explanation here is lowball the seller, because your seller is going to highball you. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but like your seller is trying to highball. Your seller wants quick, easy cash convenience, but they also want the most with the convenience. And you want the least to make the most money in wholesaling. These are the battling plays in wholesaling real estate that are the reason why negotiations work all over the world. And so, of course, I want to buy for the lowest possible price, and the seller wants to sell for the highest. But there's a price that will make me money and make them happy. And the thing is, if you play this game of, what do you want? I can't do that. But maybe I can go like a grand lower or something stupid. And the thing is, I never meet the craziest thing is, this is negotiation 101, right? If you read the old, like, I can't say it for the algorithm, but like the previous or the current upcoming president, right? He's had closing books, right? The art of the deal. You don't take the first deal. And a lot of these wholesaling gurus tell you, just take the first deal. And the reason you're being told this, and I want you to understand how deep the guru matrix goes, they're telling you to spend this money on stupid PPL leads, right? And the funny part about this is, yeah, the reason why you want to be a closer for SEO and PPC leads is because that person has shopped 5, 6, 7, 8 other people. When they put in sell my house Dallas and the PPL guy gets that lead, first of all, he's probably reselling it to 4 or 5 other people. I'm not going to talk about that. Maybe I should. And you spend $500. He shops the 5 other guys. He collects $2,500. And ultimately, it's the first person to really get in front of that seller and just closes him that gets it done. When the truth is, that guy that put sell my house in Houston, Texas, right? He clicked on 6 or 7 different websites. Guys, if you ever look to like trade in your car and look to sell my car, you don't click on the only one, you click on all 5. And then you get offers from all of them. And so, yeah, you got to be the craziest closer. But when you get in front of a driving for dollars lead, or heck, a reverse driving for dollars lead, and you're the only person that put a sticky note out because you're actually doing marketing the right way, you can lowball them. They're not going to run to somebody else. And it's the secret niche lists that get the most money. I'm talking about like your first 100 grand in wholesaling real estate. Okay. I'm talking your first 100K in this business. This is exactly what you need to be doing. And we talk about closing, but like, honestly, at the end of the day, closing is not what you should be focusing on, right? You can't go out here and scale closing. And what I mean by this is a lot of people out here are trying to go out here and, oh man, like I'm just going to get 14 guys and they're going to be the people that are going to close for me. And it don't work like that. As a guy that has what I would say a lot of good closers on my team, their focus has never, ever, ever been closing a deal. It's making sure that we are in front of the right seller and they're conditioned the correct way. And I'm not the first guy to do this, right? Like this has been a system from the 70s and 80s. But this is the thing where if you're giving offers to somebody that isn't ready to make a decision, you're cooked, right? Like, I don't understand. Have you ever gone to a negotiation or you made an offer to a seller and you give them the offer and then they say, I'll think about it. That is the worst feeling ever. Like you are so hopeless in that situation. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's honestly brutal, right? And so the greatest thing I could tell anybody looking to actually make money in wholesaling is make sure that they're actually going out here and making decisions. We teach this in my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. But most importantly, just learn how really wholesaling real estate works. And the problem is you're going to learn either from listening to me right now or actually going through the brutal truths of wholesaling, right? If you're somebody watching this and you don't want to spend $5,000 to get your first wholesaling deal, because every guru makes you feel like you're a loser if you don't, you're going to come to the conclusion that if you try to close somebody, you're going to make $2 or $3 grand. It absolutely sucks. And closing is like when you're selling insurance or like something crazy high. Like this is not what you're doing, right? These people want to go out here and get rid of the property for cash. They want to do it. You're not convincing them to sell the house. A lot of people try this crazy closing thing. And at the end of the day, the best people that are good at closing are the ones that can relate to the seller the most, communicate what they can do. And that's honestly like the best way to do it. And so what I want everybody watching this to understand is you're not going to get 5 guys that are good as you at closing. You cannot scale closing. One thing you can scale are lowball offers. Lowball offers are scalable. And it's the easiest one to really go out here and make money. And what I mean by this is you don't know what the seller's price really is. And this has always been a controversial take I've had. And this has been a hill I've been dying on since I've started wholesaling. And it's because I see it with my own eyes. And nobody else in wholesaling, most of these gurus don't really wholesale anymore, right? They're in fantasy land with their BBL leads. And they don't understand what a real off-market seller's like anymore. And yeah, a seller's going to say they're looking to sell for 120, but really their bottom line, what they'd actually take is 80,000. And this is the same thing as going out here and closing deals, right? That also on top of that, this is the same exact thing when like you have a property on the market, right? You're going to find somebody who's listed their house for $1 million, but if you offer them 800, they'll take it right now. Does that mean I'm going to offer them 900? That means you lost $100,000 on that deal. And so what you have to truly, truly, truly understand here is the lower the offer, the better, because the seller can choose to say no to your lowball offer. And if you know how to present it the correct way, you're going to be good to go. And this is the thing I've been pushing young people to do. And when they've been doing this, they start closing more deals and they start closing massive deals. And this is how you start doing it. And so here's the thing. When you force the seller to try to convince to go with you and you do the high pressure, stupid guru tactics, right? What I always say, when you do guru things, you get guru results. And hate me, love me, do whatever you want, right? But there's one thing you cannot deny. When you go to freewholesaling.com, when you go to my Discord, when you go to my live chats, when you go and just watch people saying, Zach, I got my first deal because of you, are those deals $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 deals? No, they are massive ones. And I showed this yesterday because it absolutely reinforces not just my belief, because maybe I'm just so good at closing that I'm the only guy in the entire world that is getting massive assignment fees. Maybe I'm the only guy in the world, but I'm teaching people to do the same exact thing, right? We got another guy closed $30,000 first deal. Like nobody else in wholesaling is getting $30,000 of first deal outside of learning from me, right? And it drives me crazy. And like I use John. John's a great example, but like this guy, he made from freewholesaling.com, from subscribing to this channel, $84,000. Really think about that for a second. Homeboy here made $84,000 this month off of one wholesaling deal because of 2 important things he has followed when learning from me. And you can hate me all day, But you really have to understand, as much as you really hate me, you have to understand that there's not one person producing these results. First and foremost, he goes after government lists. He goes after lists that the average wholesaler isn't doing. And guess what happens? He starts hitting with lowball offers. This was a pre-foreclosure lead, a lead that anyone can get. But he decided to listen to me and trust the process. $84,000. Now I ask you, is there another wholesaling real estate guru? I could care less who you talk about. Do they have a student that made $84,000 this month on one wholesaling deal that's under the age of 30? First year wholesaling, one deal. No, that is exactly what I thought. And the thing is, he did that without spending any money at all. Off market, no realtor, none of that stupid stuff. And so you can hate me all you want. You can talk your stupid stuff. There's not one person on the internet that's getting results like this. There's not anyone that's running numbers like me and Rick right here. Because the truth has been shown. The gurus can talk their stupid thing. They're trying to sell your course. But I think all of our YouTube channels combined are over 290,000 views every single month. We are getting close to 4,000 subscribers every single month on all of our channels. There's not one wholesaling real estate YouTube channel that is getting as many views and subscribers per month than me and Rick. Heck, if you ever want to even go nuts on this, right? Look at how many likes I get on a video compared to the views. It's not one wholesaling guru that is even close to that because they're all bots. And the thing is, these wholesaling gurus are a dying industry. Everyone knows that the information is becoming more free. And they're clinging on to their stupid closing programs and their stupid marketing programs, stupid dispositions courses, and their stupid JV courses and all these stupid things. And the craziest part about this is you can deny me all you want. Oh, he's just a kid. I get that all the time. I'm just a kid. Well, that kid made $85,000 and changed his life. You call kids or kids all you want, but I'm getting people making $30, $80, $90, $100,000. What you cannot deny the success that me and Rick have created with the free wholesaling movement. We're teaching wholesaling real estate for free. We're the only ones who had the balls to go out here and do it. And so I'm telling you right now, there's not one person that is running the numbers on people. This guy paid me $0, and I'm going out here and making him rich. What do you got here? It's 10 grand. And we don't want to show the little ones. Here's another one. Shout out to Dean. We out here got Dean some money. Dean made, let's see if I can show the proof here. This month, Dean made 69,000, we'll call it 70 grand. Dean Cameron, who learned from me too, December 8th, made $70,000 from my closing system. Can you find somebody producing these numbers for beginners? You cannot. You cannot. And so I could care less whatever talk you're going to talk. You could say your lies, spin the truth. There's not anybody running numbers like that are teaching it for free. It's because I put my everything into giving all the information that I use to get rich to you guys. And guys, we go HUD for HUD on these of people that don't even believe me. Believe the people. If you don't believe me and Rick have closed 6,000 combined wholesaling deals, fine. You can't deny the people. The thousands and thousands of people every single month, they get their first deal from me and Rick. How do you deny that? Can't deny me and Rick because we did 6,000 deals. We just show you everything we do. And my closing system, and hold on, let's read this book from Tom Hopkins. This is in Rick's library for a while. This is a book from 1980. I'm going to show you this from 1982. Okay. Page 181, qualification. He talks about his closing formula. Before you go start saying that, oh, Zach, you didn't invent the closing formula. I did not invent a closing formula. Tom Hopkins, the #1 sales trainer in the 1980s. Look how old this guy looks. He looks old even though he's this kid's probably 21 years old in this picture. That's just how old people were back in the day. Make sure Rick didn't hear me. This guy has a closing formula. Huh. This guy's got 5 steps to close a deal. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I back everything I do up with facts. And the thing about this is you cannot deny the results. The reason why we're winning, the reason why we have the most views, subscribers, the reason why we have the most people joining here dropping deals is because they actually just do what I say. I know that's crazy. I know that is absolute and insane thing to say. But people that actually do what I do make a stupid amount of money. And so that's why I don't care what anyone really says about me, because if you sell a $14,000, $15,000 course and you've been, can't say that word, there's really not much to talk about. If anyone was saying anything bad about me, just show me two people, show me two students that made $150,000 combined, at least. At least. Just do it. Just do it. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Show me two guys who made 80 and 70 grand, brand new, their first month, spent $0 for the marketing, and you taught them for free, or they paid you 14, 15 grand. Do you think that guy who made $85,000 would give me 14 grand to learn? Of course, I'd give it to him for free. Because I truly believe that anybody who wants to make a change in life can and will do it. So why do you think I'm just sipping on guru tears all day? Whatever smack you want to tell me, wah. I look at $70,000, I look at $84,000, I look at $30,000. I get $55,000, $60,000 like pops on people that make 60 grand the first deal. They send me, Zach, you changed my life. How do you think I feel when a guru says anything bad about me when I have on a daily basis people doing those massive pops? Guys, my largest wholesaling real estate deal I've ever done was $115,000. These gurus aren't even touching these numbers. They ain't even touching this. MC Hammer, you can't touch this. Because I walk the walk. I put my entire pride, I put my entire name, I put my last name onto everything I do. And this is the truth of why I get more results than anybody else. Because I don't close sellers. I just lowball. And I'm really good at marketing. That is it. And if you can master marketing, you can go make $84,000, $70,000. Stop making $5 grand and being this stupid little tiny wholesaling real estate wholesaler that is just focused on closing all day. That's how you stay broke. This is why those people cannot touch $70,000 deals. They can't touch $85,000 deals. They can't touch it. They can't do it. Not even close. So you got to understand this, that wholesaling real estate is all about your ability to get in front of motivated sellers and then giving them an offer that's low enough where you can make money. That is it. And so when I open your mind that, you can make lowball offers, it's not because I'm saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a way because you can legitimately go out here and make $80,000 next month. You have no money at all. I'm the only man or woman, or just I'm the only person, me and Rick are the only people that can tell you to your face with complete conviction in my heart that you can make $80,000 in the next 30 days. You have no money at all. I don't care. You can do it, and I know you will do it. And I'm the only guy that's going to teach you it for free. And the results already speak for themselves. So I do not care. When I've been going out here and teaching this for longer than some of y'all have ever, been 18 for a very long time. And so this is the truth. So get rid of your SEO, your BBL leads. I keep saying BBL. That's because they're fake. PPC leads, whatever it is. That's all you need to know. That's all you got to do. Heck, there's people in the school group that have done $200,000 assignment fees that have learned from me. They made 200 grand the first. I have one gal. She made over $170,000 in Dallas, Texas, learning from me for free off of probate. We're going to do a video on that soon. Who else is running numbers like this? Who else? It is impossible for anybody else to do that by being a broke, stupid wholesaling guru. This is the truth about this business. If you can go out here and just make a name for yourself by just getting in front of motivated sellers and lowballing them, you will get rich. So I flex on wholesaling gurus on a daily basis because nobody else is willing to tell you the dang truth about this. So let's keep talking, okay? It doesn't take a genius to know this, okay? Buy low, sell high. If somebody says, Zach, You shouldn't buy low, sell high. That is business 101. Okay? Do you think the guy selling your cookies is trying to get the wheat and the flour and the sugar for the lowest price so he can sell it for the most? That's how it works. That's how it works. So you got to go out here and really understand that if you get the deal, and I really want you to understand this part because I love, it's my favorite part, the dispositions gurus. Oh, wow. Oh. And as a guy that has X leads, right? 1,000 free skip traces, xleads.com. Yeah, guess what? That also has the top wholesaling disposition software on the internet. You say whatever you want about X leads. Oh, it's it's not real. And yeah, I use data providers for X leads. I use multiple data providers. But if you're upset about X leads, X leads kind of looks like this software. Find me another software that's unlimited free skip tracing. Okay, 15,000 skips you get for $97. No, sorry, $49. Find me a software that's unlimited free skip tracing at $49 a month. With a dialer, with a texting service, with a go high level integration. Find me one at $49 a month. And a drawing for dollars app. You ain't gonna find squat. You ain't gonna find nothing. So talk your talk, boys. Talk your talk, boys and gals. I'm just telling you, buy low, sell high. This is wholesaling real estate. If you can commit to making a change, you'll do well. And so I got to go out here and slay gurus, like this is the point, right? And yeah, say whatever you want, but I get inspired by many things, right? We got Wolverine behind me. He slays villains. I slay gurus. We got, who we got? We got Aaron right here. Is this Aaron or this Levi or Aaron? I forgot which one it is. I think this is Aaron. He slays Titans, even though he is one. Did I just spoil that? I probably shouldn't. But like, we're just slaying gurus over here. That's all we're doing. So just understand this. You want to make a lot of money. Guys, you do not need to be the dude that makes $5,000 on a wholesaling deal. And let me actually make this really, really, really clear, okay? And I really want to show you the greatest dispositions hack of all time. Lowballs. I really want to understand this too, okay? Lowballs makes disposition 5,000 times easier. And this part nobody wants. So this is me going after the cash buyer gurus, dispo gurus, whatever you want to call them. But if you are not lowballing and you try to screw your cash buyer, you're screwing your cash buyer. It's like, oh, don't lowball, man, because that's not right for the seller. Well, is it right for a buyer for you to give him a deal that he's barely going to make any money on and he doesn't want to buy your deal anymore? We're like, be really honest with yourself, right? And so the thing is, if I have a deal and the seller wants 150 and I say, oh, will you take 140? And I make 10 grand. I try to sell the deal to the guy for 150, the buyer. The buyer knows the price at 150. He's like, oh man. And then he makes 10 grand. He probably doesn't want to go buy your deal anymore. And then you have to go buy a $15,000 wholesaling dispositions guru. You got to spend 60 grand on some software for dispo, and you got to do all this stupid stuff. When if you just, I don't know, offered 100 grand and she says, well, actually, I'm willing to take 130, and you lock it up for 130. Guess what? If you accepted 140, you would have never known. She would have never known. She would have happily taken me 140. You literally lost $10,000. You literally lost $10,000. And so the funniest part about this is, if you locked it up for 130 and you sold it to the buyer for 145, he's making an extra 5 grand. He's happy. Okay? He's happy. The buyer's happy. He's going to come back to you, which we're not even talking about how you actually make more money doing that, and you have a happier buyer. The seller doesn't care because they've accepted the price. And you make more money. The buyer makes more money. You make more money. What's the problem here? And the thing is, the solution to your dispositions and the solution to your acquisitions are the same dang thing. The lower the price, the easier it is, because you can give that price, you can give that back to the consumer, the cash buyer, and they're willing to buy your deal. This is why when I sell X leads for $49 a month, it is a win for everybody. Yeah, I don't really make that much money doing $49 a month, unfortunately. But guess what? Guess what? You guys are happy because it's way cheaper and it's the same data. and it's unlimited free skip tracing. And so the thing is, if you can just pump up your marketing, lowball sellers, your acquisitions is fixed, and then your dispo and your cash buyer situation is fixed. And I know it's crazy to think, but guys, I've done over 2,500 wholesaling real estate deals. I've done a lot over the past 8 years. I've hit insane volume. I've hit heights that wholesaling real estate gurus could only dream of when it comes to the income that I've made, the net worth I have, and the assets I have. And I'm 25. I'm just getting started, right? And the thing is, I'm just ramping up on my prime here on wholesaling, right? We're not even close to it. I think I want to hit my prime to almost 45, 40, right? Your prime in business is usually when you're in your 40s and 50s, right? And the funny thing is, I've learned very, very quick that the lower, and Rick's taught me more than anyone else. I've read these, but I've learned from his 20 years plus too. And I've just learned from his mistakes. And the thing is, like, the lower the offer and the better the marketing, the more money you make. And you cannot deny that the results have not worked for me. It's not that, it's the people that learn from me. You, the subscribers, the people that are liking this video, you're the ones doing better than anybody else. No one else can produce this. If a guru had a student that made $70,000, you would never hear the end of it. Like it would be plastered everywhere for the next 5 years straight. That's called a Monday for me, okay, of people I've helped for free. And so nobody's getting 50K pops outside of freewholesaling.com. No one's doing this. And so I'm not saying this to be arrogant. I'm just telling my truth. I'm just saying my truth here. And if you get triggered, the only reason you're triggered because of this is because you're not doing $50,000 deals. You're not making 70 grand. You're not making 85 grand on one wholesaling deal. The only reason you're triggered and you're having a little diva panic attack is because you're not making $70,000. So you might think my delivery, my antics are too crazy. I think it's crazy that your antics of making $5,000 is acceptable to you and your family. I think your daughter, your son, your wife deserves more and better for you. There's people making $300,000-$400,000 on a flip. Are we upset at them for lowballing, getting the deal for a good price? No, we praise them. And so nobody is hitting the pops that me and Rick are doing and the ones that the students here are doing, right? If you're subscribed to the channel, I'm telling you, trust me, you're a student of mine. And you go right here. Like, do you want me to keep going? Like, I mean, I'll keep going. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's just do some more HUDs. You know why? Because I just gotta keep flexing on broke wholesaling gurus. And you're at 12,000. I don't want to show 12 grand. That's not a lot. That's not nice. 17 grand. And let me see the next big pop I found. 17 grand, 16, 15. Yeah, I like the people doing well there, but let me just find some people out here doing some big checks. Jonathan really kind of took everyone's wins out of his sail. This is a $100,000 deal. Ooh, that was 2 months ago. That doesn't count, right? The thing is, nobody's really doing it. And the problem, I see all the guru haters. They can't even get that close to it. So let's do this one. Let's go here. Let me actually go to my DMs. So let's go here. Where are we at here? There we go. Cha-ching. Let's see the big one we got here. Oh yeah, I showed this one. This was a nice one. I mean, it's on my podcast. I did a podcast, 50 grand, talking to a guy. I mean, first deal, $50,000. Like, I just like, oops, I'm like Michael Jordan, what can I tell you? We're dropping 50. We're dropping massive checks for brand new newbies. And no one else is doing this, right? So the secret sauce here, my formula, if you will, and I'm talking about the formula from this guy 45 years ago. This book is 45 years old. Jeez Louise. This guy, his closers formula, or selling formula. Sorry, this one's about closing and being a good closer. Oops. Also, I want you to understand this too. A lot of people think I had a guy told me the other day, he says, Zach, you're copying the closing methods and stuff. I'm like, bro, I've been telling everyone to go for no for a long time. Do you see this book from the 1980s? Go for handling objections and learning to love the word no. Shocker. Test closes and your power closing and your steps and techniques. And you say, I'm just taking the best of the best and showing you what I do to make money. And so the best formula I could tell you for closing is get motivated sellers, condition them. And what I mean by conditioning is make sure the seller is ready to make a yes or no decision. One of the worst things you can do when closing a wholesaling deal is going out here and having a seller that's like, oh, sorry, this is virtual, right, on the phone. I haven't talked to my wife about this. She's not home. She's on vacation or something, or she's with her mom. And they go, oh, okay, well, call me back when they're here. You're cooked. You're done, right? F's in the chat. And so the thing is, if you just ask them, hey, are you ready to make a yes or no decision on selling the property before I give you my offer? You're good to go. It's literally just one sentence. They could say no. It's okay. We're just not giving that leverage. And offers are leverage, right? Why do you think when doing car sales, like they wait till the last minute to give you the offer? They have to write it on paper. They can't even say it, right? And because they want it to seem like it's more legit and more serious, right? So the thing is, I could scale lowballing pretty easy. If I just have a bunch of guys and I teach them how to condition sellers and I get them the right leads and they just know how to do the good cop, bad cop closing methods, right? Like, you're done. Like you're not going to beat me. And that's why I dominate my virtual markets and my markets and wholesaling in general, because I just scale lowballing. And I'm able to get my people and you guys in front of motivated sellers and just give them very lowball offers. This is why we succeed. This is why no guru can touch me. So this is a negotiation, not a closing. And we got to understand, right? This is negotiations. So the seller can say no whenever you want. You want the seller, if they don't like your lowball offer, that's fine. But like the thing is, everyone asks, it's like, well, how much should I offer? Go for the no. And this has been a practical teaching point for 45 years. And this guy learned from somebody probably from the 30s, and that guy probably learned it from the 1800s, and for thousands of years. But just go for the no. Nothing will trigger an acquisitions guru more than that word, because like, wait, what? I can't sell your crazy course on this. And it's crazy to me that these wholesaling gurus just like are so scared of me. But like, go for the no. That is it. If you want to think, hey, how much should I think of an offer to the seller that scares you? Offer that. Seriously, offer that. You give me as much flack as you want, but I have the proof. I have the people. I have the results. You can't deny this stuff, right? You can't deny the success. And so you can yap what you just try it. I promise you, try the good cop, bad cop close that we teach at freewholesaling.com. Something like, hey, I was talking to my partner, Rick, and he was telling me he was looking to buy the house for around this price. A lot of people say, Zach, that's fake. That's not real. Like, no. Like, okay, call Rick. I can call Rick and say, hey, this house probably sold to a cash buyer for $150. What do you think we should offer? He'll probably say 70 grand or like 90. I'm not lying. I think lying is like when you do like, oh, talk to my financing department and stuff like that. That's stupid. That's like really, really dumb. And so one thing I can tell you is it drives me crazy when people go out here and they're like, oh man, go for the, you shouldn't go for no, man. You should go out here and just accept whatever the seller wants. These wholesaling groups are crazy. So we have 6,000 combined wholesaling deals approved. And I'm not the average wholesaling real estate guy. I'm not making 5-10 grand on a deal. We're hitting 70, we're hitting 80, we're hitting 100K plus deals because all I do is lowball the seller. I go for the no. I want the seller to accept it. And there are definitely certain like things that I am more careful of sometimes. I think one of these things is like if we have somebody over the age of 65, what I like doing is getting to an agreement and then having a family member accept it too. There's just something me and Rick have always been a part of too, because I have grandparents and older family members. It's like If I have somebody's 80, they're looking to sell the house, I always like, hey, can I meet you at the house with their son? And we both have an agreement. No pressure, nothing like that, right? But like at the end of the day, this is a business. And if somebody's bashing you for making money, it drives me crazy. And yes, I do bash people for selling $15,000 wholesaling programs because we have a product that's free, freewholesaling.com. I just don't understand it. And so the thing is, 6,000 combined wholesaling real estate deals approved. What can you deny against that? Can you deny that my way of closing a seller is the best one? Because I have more people closing deals from that than any other closing method out there. What more can I say? What more can I say? And the one thing I will tell everybody is I will push people. If you have the ability to close in person, that will win out more than anything else. I've tried a lot of things. I've tried the whole virtual only, in person only. The mix is always the best, right? But having somebody to physically go and see the property is the best, by far the best way to close a deal. Like if you really want to hit crazy, massive assignment fees, that's what you got to do. In person beats everything else. And so these wholesaling real estate gurus out here, they can talk their talk, but I'm telling you right now, just lowball your sellers. That's how you get rich. That's how you become the most successful wholesaler possible. That's why we have an army of people learning wholesaling real estate for free and actually getting rich. Just gotta lowball. That's all you gotta do. Say whatever you want to say. How you get rich wholesaling real estate. So let me answer some questions. Let's see what questions the people have here. Let's see what's going on here, right? If somebody needs help closing a deal, I am more than happy to help them out. So let's break this all down and let's share exactly how to do this step by step. So let's break this all down and let me show you exactly how you can start closing this. So we are currently live on, I think, all the YouTube channels, and we are currently live on my Facebook. So it's pretty dang cool. So shout out to everyone on there. So let me answer some questions. So Todd says, what's the best list to pull in X leads on the basic plan? I would probably tell you a high equity vacant. If I had to do a paid software, that is what I would do. I like that, Jonathan. Being deal with elderly people definitely is the best way to do it. Family members, people like that is what I would do. John is low balls or no balls. I love that. That is actually hilarious. Low balls or no balls. Actually, I absolutely love that. I can tell you right now, you don't have any balls if you ain't low balling. And shout out to my ladies out there, okay? I mean by courage. I don't mean balls like actual, like courage, right? But like, hey, it's what it takes, right? And it just, a lot of people don't want to lowball because they're so scared, right? Justin, why are you laughing at mine? That's a great question. I just felt like I had a message that had to get sent out there. I just felt like I needed some great momentum of people watching me teach you how to close sellers because I feel like more people need that, right? That's what I've been talking about, right? And it's just so funny that I got, ever since I think this weekend, I've just been getting people sending me chat. Zach, you changed my life. You changed my life. You changed it. And it really motivated me to say, you know what? I should probably spread this message because they're doing so well. I just want to keep that positive momentum, people doing well. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And yeah, and the Dolphins absolutely suck at football. So what more should I do with my life? But yeah, I just felt like going live at 7 o'clock. Why not? Why not? Guru Slayer. I guess I've been self-anointed as the Guru Slayer. I didn't call myself that. Someone called me that. Lord. Jeez Louise. Let's Rick's going live tomorrow on Tuesday, so don't worry about that. So let me answer some awesome questions. Let's see here. Oh yeah, special day today. Special. It's always a fun day. Guys, if you're live right now, you have the opportunity to make a change in your life. And really, at the end of the day, the absolute message has always been the same. Lowball sellers market. That's all it is. Wholesale real estate. That will change your life. That's it. Let's answer some more questions here. What do we got? We got, let's see here. If you don't have, Truly says, if you don't have an LLC to perform under, who would put your first and last name in the contract? So it'd be under your personal name, prop, most likely. And that's not the end of the world as your first deal. But yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing. Awesome. Let's see here. Philip said, just watch the guru. Some gurus have meetings about teaching PPL. But you need to spend an average of $1,540. It's more like $3 or $4 now. And it's absolutely insane. Like, really think about that for a second. Like, it's just, hey, if you do not have $3 or $4, you are a loser wholesaler and you will never become successful. It's like, that goes everything I talk about. And as a younger guy under the age of 25, it's like people my age don't have that. And like, I think my buddies and my friends that like, they can absolutely change their life in wholesaling real estate. They cannot change it if they do not have $4,000. That's, get out of here. Get out of here. America. This is why we have the American flag behind me at all times on my channel or when I'm in my studio. This is because the United States of America was built on you have no money, but you have a dream and a vision. And you will go out here and live that American dream. This is why I love this country so much. This is why I am American till the day I die. Why I love this country and I love everyone in it, except for the gurus and the New England Patriots. Outside of those people, throw the Jets in there, why not? And the Bills, we could put the Bills in there. I think Josh Allen's actually a really good person, but I wish he was on the Dolphins. Okay, so should have drafted Herbert, but whatever. So the thing is, this country was based off, if you want to go out here and get rich and you have no money, it's okay because you're in the land of the free, the land of opportunity. And when I see stinking broke wholesaling real estate gurus go tell you that you have to spend $5,000 to have the American dream, I reject that ideal. And it gets a lot of people. A lot of people get upset over that. A lot of people want to go talk their talk about, no, the wholesaling dream is you need $6,000 to become six. I could care less. This American dream was built on the backs of people who said, I have no money, but I have a vision. I want to go to America and get rich. So my family members did. They came to this country with no money at all. And they gave me the opportunity to go get rich in here in the power of real estate. And if you go anywhere around the country, my one buddy I was working out with, he's from Italy, Turin, Italy. And when I first met him, he was like, what do you do for a living? I said, oh, I do real estate. He's like, what do you mean? He said, in my country, you just, the big companies own the real estate and you can't buy and sell. He's like, you buy and sell real estate. His quote was, that's the most American thing I could ever think of because you can't do that in Europe, really. And it made me really proud for a moment that what I do could have never been done unless I was in the United States of America, baby. That's what it's all about. It's freedom, capitalism, and the honest truth that if you want to go out here and become rich, that's all you can do. And the most powerful part about real estate, and the reason why, I think one reason why America is so powerful is the greatest builder of wealth in the United States of America, in the most powerful economy in the world, is through one asset vehicle, real estate. So it's changed my life. It'll change your life. But you don't do that until you lowball sellers. That's how you do it. So JordanFreeWholesaling.com, that's my free real estate wholesaling course, my free wholesaling community. I'm just telling you guys, right? You can chat with thousands of other people learning real estate for free. So let me answer some more questions here. Yes, you get XLeads month to month. Just go to XLeads.com, basic, toggle on monthly. Let's see here. Michael, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'll tell you this. No one's been happy about me teaching real estate wholesaling for free. If you sell a course, go do it. And everyone says, oh, Zach, you sell Flipper Plus. It's $1,200 a year. You're a guru. Say whatever you want. But who did I have yesterday on the live stream? I had Darren on. Shout out to Darren. Shout out to Darren. He wanted to get Flipper Plus for free. So guess what he did? He sent me a $10,000 wholesaling deal. I made 5, he made 5. Now he gets Flipper Plus for free. I made Flipper Plus, I put a paywall on it to incentivize people to start sending me more JV deals because that is how I make a stupid amount of money. And I hate to tell you this, and I feel dirty doing this. By the time I'm 30 years old, I'll probably make 80% of my income from JVs. Not because I'm making less money in person or virtually, just the amount of JV deals, my influence keeps growing, that people just keep sending me more and more deals, and they know I'm not going to screw them on a wholesaling deal once I send a JV agreement signed to them. And this is really my pathway to making 8 figures a year. My pathway to make 8 figures a year, I never wanted to do that in virtual wholesaling. With JVs, I was able to scale that the right way. And yeah, shame on you, Zach. You want to make tens of millions of dollars a year wholesaling houses. Shame on me. Shame on me for doing a Flipboard Plus to incentivize people to. And guess what? The hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and heck, eventually thousands of people in Flipboard Plus, they have to send me a deal every single year. So that means if everybody in Flipboard Plus had to send me a wholesaling real estate deal every year, which they have to basically, and I make on average $10,000 net, that means Flipboard Plus right now will make me $10 million in assignment fees to me and Rick if everyone in there just sent me another deal. And now even some, and then the new people coming in. So you can say whatever you want about Flipboard Plus, say whatever you want, call me a guru, but a ton of people in there are in there for free because they send me deals, and it incentivizes people to send me wholesaling deals. Guess what? You want the free school group? Go to freewholesaling.com. You got to remember, Flipboard Plus, you can actually meet me in person for free. I run live events for free. So that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. And then you're in a community with people that have actually done deals with Zach. That's the most powerful part about that. But gurus can go cry me a river whenever they want. But like Darren's like, oh my God, I get Flipboard Plus for free now. I'm like, yeah, you do. Drives me crazy. And so when I'm just going out here and flexing on gurus every single day, you get upset at me. You can be upset. But like at the end of the day, I'm making 8 figures in wholesaling houses. Nothing else. Not selling course programs. I never make 8 figures doing that, right? Just going out here and wholesaling real estate. Hate the player, not the game. And the game is who can provide who. Here's my agenda. I want everyone to understand my hidden agenda. Everyone loves to make an exposed video on Zach. I teach you real estate wholesaling for free. Because I teach you it for free and I give you the best information for free, you in turn send me a JV deal because you want to meet me in person. Join Flipboard Plus for free, or you can pay to get in, but most likely join it for free. And I make a lot of money on JV deals. So I teach you my best information so you can go out here and find me deals and we do deals together. And unfortunately, because I'm so good at teaching you how to become rich wholesaling, more people watch me in wholesaling than anyone else, me and Rick, on all of our channels and Facebook group and TikTok and all this, right? Because of that, you all mad at me? It drives me crazy. And at the end of the day, just go to freewholesaling.com. You don't even have to like me. Just get rich. That's all. I believe in the power of karma. I believe in the power of democratizing wholesaling real estate knowledge. And my information can be very, very controversial to real estate gurus. But at the end of the day, this is how you get rich in wholesaling real estate. Let me answer some more questions here. Let's see here. Let's see. Trent says, took me 3. Oh, whoa. What kind of profile pic is this, bro? Took me 3 years to face my fear of closing. Jeez. So at the end of the day, like I've always said, repetition is always going to teach you how to do it the right way. And one thing I can tell you right now is if you can be that guy, like that dude that goes out here and just makes calls, you will get filthy, insanely rich. That is it. At the end of the day, most people cannot stand the fact if you get rich, you're going to have haters whatever you do. The more success you get, the more haters you get. And so be that guy in your family that actually makes a change. Tony the Beast has a great question. He says, if I have a nice house that doesn't need really any work, how do you lowball? And if you don't get it locked up, what would you sell it to buy and hold types? That's a good question. You know, a nice house, it's hard to lowball when there's no motivation, right? No equity, you got to go creative on that. So if you have a nice house that doesn't really need any work, I would probably tell you just to condition the seller, see what they want, and then kind of lowball from there. And just see generally where they're at. There has to be some motivation why they want to sell the property. One closing, question I ask is, hey, why don't you just list this property with a realtor? Why don't you do that? And you'll find out here that most people don't want to list with a realtor because they just want an easy, quick, simple cash sale. That's it. So you don't need to be dealing with it. Let's see here. Ty says, I'm just starting wholesaling. I was told I have to have a website so I can be more legit. Since I'm starting, I have no credentials. Ty, the website, that's all hoopla. If you want like an actual website, the number one way someone's going to look you up, number one, if you have direct mail or SEO, I guess, or not even BBL leads, right? But if you go out here, and I call it BBL fake leads because most of those providers sell to multiple parties, so you're not even actually owning the lead, but and whatever, and the whole regulatory mess on that. But okay, on top of this too, you're going to be looked up way more on Facebook with your name than anything else out there. So one thing I can tell you is go out here and just make a Facebook profile, make a page or something, have a professional photo, probably put a collared shirt on. Do that. Simple as that. The thing is, I was like, well, Zach, why are you wearing the tank top? I can wear a tank top because I've closed enough deals where I get in front of a cash buyer, I don't care. If I'm closing a seller, I'll put a nice collared shirt on. That's pretty much it. Nothing above a collared shirt, though. Don't go crazy. Enterprise Management Collective has a great question. Hey, I got a contract for under $22,000, but the buyer backed out 7 days before closing. Ooh, how do I find a new cash buyer fast? So Enterprise Management Collective, I gotta be the fireman here to help save you on this situation here. But okay, first of all, did you follow my rules at freewholesaling.com? I have very, very important dispositions rules. They're not followed, you are going to get burned on a deal. Because if you do guru things, you get guru results. So first and foremost, when I have a buyer, I make sure, without a doubt, there's a non-refundable EMD deposit. So most of your buyers will not back out if you have a $3,000 non-refundable EMD deposit. They have no incentive to lose $3,000. Very important that is first understood and said. Number two, you got an extra $3,000, that's great. What I like to do is I like to give $1,000 to the seller. Just like, hey, we'll give you an extra $1,000. We got to extend it an extra month or an extra week or 2 weeks. But we're going to give you an extra $1,000 for your pain and troubles. Heck, you net $2,000. Woo! And then from there, you just find another buyer. That's if you follow my system to a T. So we don't really care. We prefer 5,000 non-refundable EMDs. Sometimes you can bring it all the way down to, if you're crazy, 3. But that's generally what we do in that situation. And you don't really get burned doing that because you make an extra $2,000 and you're good to go. And worst case scenario, you end up making $2,000. We don't want to do that though, right? If you're in that situation, whatever you do here, let's just say you don't have a non-refundable EMD. It's like, why didn't you go to freewholesaling.com? Why did you not follow my rules? But whatever. One thing I will tell you here though is you're just going to have to extend it with a seller. Like if you're just cooked in the situation and you're a little screwed, not too bad, what you have to do is write an addendum. All right. So just going out here and get an addendum, look up addendums online, you can find them, right? And then all you have to do is just extend it probably. I'd extend it 21 days, 30 days, say, hey, there's a slight issue with my partner. We're going to have to extend this 30 days. Unfortunately, our next closing date is going to be on this date. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, I can't believe it. At the end of the day, you'll be fine. That's the best way I would do it. Let's see here. My neighbors don't like me because they can always be watching videos about, well, but why put headphones in? Come on, put headphones in. Heck, you put headphones in and start driving for dollars while listening to me. That's another ninja tactic you can do. This is my first deal, so I'm only making $3,000. I can't even pay closing. Well, did you get that non-refundable EMD or not? I need to know. And I need to know why you didn't go through freewholesaling.com. I'm going to show you that. Killing me here. Can I get yes, you can get the contracts inside of school for free. Just go to freewholesaling.com. Let me actually put it on the bottom here. Freewholesaling.com. wholesaling.com. That's my free real estate wholesaling course. Teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. Let's see here. All right, Destina, I'm gonna have to help you out in that Facebook group. I'll send that to somebody. Let's see here. Find the buyers first, form the relationship, get their buy box, stop trying to close your sellers. Facts. Complete facts. Johnny says, Zach, is Maryland a good market? Oh, yeah. So it depends where in Maryland. I kind of love Hagerstown. It's probably my favorite city in Maryland for wholesaling. And everyone in Hagerstown's going to scream at me because they're making stupid amount of money there. That area is pretty good. You can kind of do Prince George's County if you want to get, but like those are the two areas you can probably make the most money. I'm not too fond of anything more south of Maryland because then it gets a little expensive at that DMV area. That's just my virtual wholesaling experience. Helped a lot of people in Hagerstown area though. Just saying. What do you think of Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania is a great wholesaling market. Yeah. I went into it while watching some videos. I'm currently giving my exam too. I've been dealing as a, okay, so I'm guessing you haven't done it. So I'm assuming you have no, let's see. So I'm assuming that you have none. Okay. So I'm assuming you have no non-refundable EMD. Not good, but whatever. So truly A1. So make sure you go to freelisting.com because we kind of do a whole contract tutorial on here. But one thing I'll tell you is contracts are not universal for every state. And every state's slightly different. The cool part is there's lawyers at most title companies that will look up your contract for free. So I would submit your contract to the title company before you start marketing or doing anything and say, hey, is this contract good enough for you to close? Make sure you have the right title company. Teach it all at freelisting.com. Tony says, so there are slight differences, but I would tell you a purchase and sale for residential real estate, just search up a purchase and sale for commercial real estate. It's a little more in depth, but it's the same principle. I'd be focusing on just single family properties, but hey, that's just me. That's just how I deal with it. So yeah, that's how I'd go out here, start doing this. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's go here. So the questions you got here. It's Minnesota. Minnesota's an okay market. You know, I really feel like most wholesalers, Minnesota, like if you're not in Rochester area, it's probably not the best. So yeah. Cannon says, when you have a complicated property, hard to underwrite or hard to dispo, at what point do you just pass on the deal and allocate your time to other property? Cannon! Bro, my guy. Okay. Let's make this clear, dude. If Cannon, bro, my guy. Okay. If you can't comp or underwrite it, do me a favor. Just lowball, think of an offer that's embarrassing low and offer that. Whatever is embarrassing for you for an offer, offer that. Give me as much flack as you want. I'm on your side. I'm your lawyer here. I think you should do the lowest possible offer you can make that the seller would accept. So if you're struggling comping, just throw out a crazy lowball. The problem is when like sometimes the comping's so difficult for some people or it's so complicated that you're going out here and you're just walking away from a potential $40,000, $50,000 because of how complicated or there's no comps. And that's scary, man. You got to close the deal, man. And the only way you're going to do that is if you just go out here and just give a lowball offer. Alexa says, Zach, can I ask you a question? Of course you can. Should I hire a VA to find a government list because it's making me quit because I can't find it alone after looking at your free school site? So Alexis, don't even know what language that was, but what list can't you pull and what area are you? I'll literally pull your list right now. Literally pull you a list right now. The estimated property is $90,000 is the value. ARV is 100 grand. Bro, okay. So you're telling me that it's a $10,000 repairs? Is it easy flip and it's for 22K? Do you think it will sell? So you think, okay, what I'm trying to understand here is you think a buyer will buy it for 90 and the seller wants to sell it for 22. Why are you making 3 grand on the deal? You should be making 70 grand on this deal, or 60 or 50. Oh, okay, Alexis. If you're in Dayton, Ohio, you're going to do the Montgomery County property appraiser site or the Montgomery County tax collector and get the people behind on the property taxes for at least a year. That is the tax delinquency list. That is a great beginner or great starter list to be going after. On top of that, too, wait, I want to sell it for 22? No repairs. Okay, this is the craziest, like, this is a crazy take. But if I've never seen a property that had 0 repairs, unless like brandly built new. Usually new builds have some situations. I've never seen a property that needed no repairs. Tell me if I'm wrong, but like unless it's like a uber luxury, I don't think it's going to be. So you want to sell for 22, you have it for 17. So how are you coming up with the $90,000 property value? It should sell for 80. Every buyer should chomp at the bit at 60. Possibly there's something amiss here. One says, I brought a seller down from 150 to 110 to 110K. There we go. All from the power of lowballing your motivated sellers. This is what it's all about, guys and gals. This is what it's all about. If you want to go out here and start closing deals and getting rich, I'm telling you, lowball sellers. Okay, so it needs repair. So like what's the actual repairs it needs to become $90,000? It's probably, I mean, numbers ain't looking good there. Duck Commando. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm in Pennsylvania and no more assignments without a license. Duck Commando, dude or gal. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, you're absolutely mental, man. This is crazy. Guys, I've already shared about this new Pennsylvania law. Go to freewholesaling.com. I teach you that. I teach you in the freewholesaling.com challenge, the 30-day wholesaling challenge we have in there. Like, you're fine. You got to know the right way to present it. You got to know how to have the right intention. It's what I call an intention law. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Tyson, telling the truth here. Y'all go to his freewholesaling.com website so you're not confused. It's best to learn before jumping in. You can jump in. I think you need 3 days. After 3 days, you guys start getting your feet wet, right? I said that yesterday. And we can continue to say that. Like, just get your feet wet in this business. That's what I can tell you. I think so many wholesalers out here just, they get in that analysis paralysis and they just get nothing done. And it drives me crazy. So if you go out here, right, it drives me nuts. Guys, don't be doing that. It's so stupid, right? But yeah, if you can go out here and just go to freewholesaling.com, I literally have everything you need to know to start making deals, making money, and getting checks. That's what it's all about. That is how you actually start getting rich in wholesaling. Drives me crazy. All right, let me answer a couple more questions here. Ken says, my team is working on tool to generate responses live on call sellers, leaving out the fun details. Do you think this is a valuable tool? No. Sorry. Ken, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. You're probably, and I'm not saying this to be mean, you're most likely just training ChatGPT and you're giving it like 5 or 6 training prompts and you're just putting it in your query and you're just putting it in an AI training model from ChatGPT and you're going to get it for a penny per API and sell it for 2 cents an API. Like at the end of the day, or if you're not doing that, I could do that in 5 seconds. So like, if you even put ChatGPT, like there's plenty of these live like AI response things. You don't sound genuine. ChatGPT is not there yet. AI is not there yet. It will be there. It's not there yet. So you putting anything AI right now to respond to a seller is going to have a 10% failure rate, which is way too high. Joe says, I was drawing for dollars, and on it, there was updating addresses on my ex lead. It came up with an owner as U.S. Housing and Urban Development. If the government owns the property, is not, I go government list, not government owned properties. Big difference. My first offer is 100K, and we agreed to 110. Hopefully I close the deal. There we go. Shout out to Juan. Fund my eye surgery. Oh boy. Oh geez. Hopefully I get that done. Enterprise Management Collective says, I'm trying to get the tax delinquent list and pre and post foreclosure list. I even filled the right to know request, but they still want me to pay $20. So I've been trying to get the tax delinquents and the pre. So just ask for the court dockets. So a post foreclosure is I don't know what you're doing here. The post foreclosure list. And the Montgomery County Clerk of the Court, you can search it pretty easy in there. I'm telling you, the free wholesaling course has got everything in there. How do you walk the cash buyer virtually? How do you hire on the thumbtack? Alexis, you got to go to freewholesaling.com. The whole virtual wholesaling folder is in there, and it shows you how to do it step by step. The problem is me teaching you this is going to take 50 minutes or an hour, which I just go through the course and then go, hey, I went through the course, or go from there. At the end of the day, that's how you do it. So guys, if you want to start learning how to close motivated sellers from the top wholesaling acquisitions closing system training in the world, go to freewholesaling.com. You want to learn how to close deals? freewholesaling.com. You want to learn how to find the best sellers? freewholesaling.com. You learn dispo, freewholesaling.com. It's all in the free course. It's all in the free community. It's all in there absolutely for free. And like always, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, flex on a guru. Every time you like this video, a guru sheds a tear, and it's just a beautiful thing. Love it. So guys, thank you so much for love and support. Rick will be on live tomorrow. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.